Hello, I'm Mel. I'm a baby wearing consultant and I'm going to show you how to wrap with the stretchy wrap. So there are kind of two types of stretchy wraps. One that we call two-way, so they stretch two-way, this way and this way. And some that don't stretch that way, called one-way stretch wraps. They're a little bit harder to learn with, so I always recommend you start with a two-way stretch wraps. There are loads and loads of good brands out there. Today I'm using a Hana wrap. And this is how it goes. So you start with the label somewhere on your front, fold the fabric and bring it across your back. Make sure your back is nicely draped, so don't twist or fold the fabric. Bring everything near your neck, and I will do exactly the same on the other side. Again, nicely spread. The more you spread, the more comfortable it is, the more it gives you support. Here I'm going to put the tails through what we call the pocket pass. So I'm just going to bunch it, grab my tails and then bring them through. Everybody's got a different way to start the wrapping. It doesn't matter how you do it, as long as you've ended up here, you're good to go. Now we're going to tighten the wrap. So we're going to go to our shoulders and lift the slack upwards towards our ears, and then guide that slack down. Pull it down until it starts to feel nice and snug here. This is the bit that takes practice, okay? You will get there. Keep going, don't give up. 2-3 tries and then most people get there. To know if it's tight enough or not, I use a trick. I put my hands in prayer shape, because this is roughly the width of my body, my baby's body. And I go underneath like that. And if that feels like it's going to support my hands, then I'm good to go. Now this is the beauty of a two-way stretchy wrap. If I go zoop, it's got ping back, so it comes back, so it's quite forgiving. And one way you can't really do that, so you need to really make sure you've done it just right. If you're happy with this, you cross the passes, you go to your back and then you cross again. Most wraps are quite long, so you should be able to cross on your back to give yourself some lower back support. Come back, double knot, whatever's comfortable for you, okay? Doesn't really matter. Make sure there's no tails hanging. So now I'm going to make a little bit of room for my baby. I grab the pocket pass, the one with the label, move it out of the way, and I'm going to give my cross pass a good pull like that, so I've got some space. When I do that, it means that it tightens my pocket pass, and we want this pass to be quite nice and snug. And then I'm ready to go. So I'm going to grab my baby. Here I've got one month oldish baby. Nice and high in your shoulder, a bit like you're about to birth your baby. Take your time, rock your baby, there's no need to rush. Sometimes babies cry a bit when we put them in slings because they don't like to be moved around. Just take it very slow. Support baby, and I'm going to put my hand where my collarbone is, and then grab the leg, bring it through, and then same on the other side. Just take your time to do that, and then you're just going to let baby sit a nice deep seat like this. So what we want in terms of positioning in all slings is this: the bum to be lower than the knees, and this is what we call the M-shaped positioning, so it looks a bit like an M. The reason for that is that this promotes healthy hip development. The hip socket and hip joint sit together nicely. That promotes hip development. And then after that, it also means that the back remains in this neutral position. So for a newborn, more like a C-shaped curve. When we sit babies like that, which is the most natural way of sitting, it means that the head is well supported, so then they can support the airways better. So the baby is very stable. In terms of safety, I want baby to be here, close enough to kiss the top of the head. So baby will sit and rest here on the hard part of my chest. This is so I can always monitor baby's airways. The nose and mouth should never be covered by fabric for safety, it's very important. So I can always monitor baby. So when baby's sitting like that, make sure you don't overspread the hips, especially if your baby is very tiny and newborn. Then I'm good to go. I'm going to spread the fabric. So I'm going to grab the pass that's inside. So you see how they cross here. I grab this pass, and I like to flip my shoulder so I can keep the airways clear. You don't have to do that, it's a trick. but it keeps the airways clear. So I'll grab the rod that's on my arm, and I'm just going to spread it like that, from knee to knee, all the way to under the earlobe. I've got this small flip here for safety, and again, grab the rod that's towards your arm, not this one, and you do that. Make sure you spread the fabric from knee to knee, all the way here, and you spread it all over the back for good support. Then make sure baby is well supported. And I'm going to grab the pocket pass. It's just under my armpit or just on the baby's bottom. Grab it bunched, bring the leg through. I'm going to go and spread it. So I should find my middle marker here at this point. I'm pretty much done. Leave the legs uncovered so baby has free movement, okay? If you want to create some extra head support, you can grab a little cloth, some muslin cloth, even a big sock works, nothing too thick. You're gonna go under the neck, roll it like that, so create a bit of a sausage. And this way when baby's turning the head, they are very well supported. When baby's asleep, you can use the pass that is near the back of the head to support the head a bit more. So this way for safety, we can fit 2 fingers between chin and chest, so we know the airways are clear and baby's well supported. And that's pretty much it. So the beauty of the Stretchy is that once baby's in it, you can just pop your baby in and out. You don't have to rewrap every time. It's super handy. They're very handy also to give you support to feed. So I'm going to show you how to breastfeed and how to bottle feed. There's lots of ways to do that. Everybody's a little bit different. I'll show you some simple ways today, and you can experiment as you go along. So I'm going to take baby out. Basically you reverse, off, support baby, and you're just going to peel away like this. That's how we take baby out. Just lift baby over your shoulder. There you go. Okay, so now my baby's out. I want to breastfeed. You can do cross cradle. It's the simplest way to start with. Hold baby on the side you want to feed on. Put your hand on the cross pass. Just push it. Bring the leg through like this, and then turn baby against you. Start working on your positioning. And then I'm just going to spread. So spread the inner pass, outer pass. If you don't want the second pass, you can move it out of the way. And that's roughly what we want to achieve. Support it from inside the knees all the way to the neck. You can latch baby, support the top of the neck. And there you go. See, my hand is free now. I can drink my coffee, it's very important. You can also use your other hand like this, your elbow. But make sure baby's face is not covered by fabric, it's very important. Always airways clear. Make sure you can always see a little bit of a gap, so you can see the nose is free, and we support all the way to the neck. In terms of positioning for feeding, we always want baby's spine and head to be aligned, okay? But then you can just move wherever it feels comfortable for you. When you're done, you can just unlatch, put baby straight back in the wrap. For bottle feeding is very similar, except you don't have to lie baby like that. You can sit baby up, and you can spread the fabric the way you want, as long as it's nice and supportive. And there you go. You can use your elbow to support baby's neck, and here you can feed the bottle. So again, that gives you some relief. You can spread it on your shoulder. It's nice and comfy. When you want to put baby back in, back over your shoulder, give a burp and straight back into the sling. It's very important to always carry it upright and not carrying lying down for safety. So then you're good to go. Start again, and you can get on with your day. Right, last thing, safety is very important. So I'm going to go through safety with you. You can find what's called the ticks. So these are guidelines for safe baby wearing. You can find it online. Quick Google. You want the sling to be tight, and that feeling of snugness, it takes a little bit of practice. You get there, keep going. If your baby's slumping or going a bit too low down, it's probably not tight enough. That's okay. Take baby out, guide some slack back to the knot. in view at all times. We can always see baby's airways, okay? Should never be covered by fabric. Face to the side so you can see baby. Close enough to kiss. That's the height we want to have. Roughly here, so we can always monitor baby's airways. If the baby's too low down, the face can be smothered in the breast tissue if you're a woman. Otherwise, it means that the baby's too low, so the sling is not tight enough. So retighten a bit. Baby should be here, resting on the hard part of your chest. Keep chin of chest. Make sure you can always fit 2 fingers between baby's chin and chest. This is why stretch wraps are really handy, especially for small babies. They're very flexible. We can support the back of the head, so we can have this little gap. Okay, baby should never be slumped. And finally, supported back means supported from knee to under the earlobe for a small baby, and always carry upright. It's very important. Never carry lying down for safety, so we can always have this little gap. And that's it. Give it a go. Give stretch wraps a chance. They're not as hard as you think. It's really worth it. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.